So there will be change of value. There will be change of value depending with time. There will be change of value of money depending with time. For instance, if I think of sharing in 1980s, 1970s, the sharing was very strong. It was very strong. But nowadays, or today, the sharing is very weak, very weak, very weak. Even when you give your child one shilling or a bunch of shillings, very many shillings, they just throw them away because they are value rates. They are value rates. Even when they go with those shillings in the shop, they get nothing. Even a sweet, they cannot even get a sweet. They cannot even get a sweet. So the value of money depreciate with time. The value of money depreciate with time. The value of money depreciate with time. But I'm not looking at that today. I'm not looking at that today. There is a concept under this topic that has been disturbing very many students. There is a concept under this topic that has been disturbing very many students, and that is the section that we are going to look at. That is the section that we are going to look at. I want to start with an illustration here. An illustration here. An illustration here. Illustration here. We have here. I have some cash flows here. We have year 1, 1 to 4, 5 to 6, 7, year 8, year 9, year 10 to infinite. I can get it up to that point. 7,000, 5,000, 7,000 again, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 12,000. You're told that the cost of capital, cost of capital is equal to 12%. The cost of capital is equal to 12%. The cost of capital is equal to 12%. Then you are also told that the initial outlay is equal to 100,000. Initial outlay is equal to 100,000. 100,000. Then the examiner tells you 8 marks. 8 marks. Some people may think this is a walkover. Some people may think it's a walkover. First of all, determining the type of cash flow there. For example, if I may ask, which type of cash flows are these? Which type of cash flows are these? Somebody. Which type of cash flows are these? Be very keen. Which type of cash flows are these? John Omoro telling us that we have irregular cash flow, appreciating the fact that we have 2 types of cash flow, irregular and regular. Therefore, according to John Omoro, this cash flow presented here, they are what? Irregular cash flow. What about your opinion? That is for John. It is for John. What about you? What about you? Irregular and regular. Irregular and regular. Paid, Lenovo. Now getting a different answer. But we have both regular and irregular. We have both regular and irregular. Please note from today, anytime examiner present you with a question of cash flow with ranges, anytime examiner present you with question with ranges, there is going to be an inconsistent cash flow. Anytime you find a question with ranges, like this one, you can see year 1 sour. This is should be year 2 to 4, year 2 to 4, year 2 to 4. That's a range. That's a range. year 5 to 6, it's a range, 7, 8, 9, no problem. Then we have year 10 to infinity, to perpetuity, up to the end, forever, 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 forever. Remember, this type of cash flow, don't just look at this. Don't just look at what you have as values. Just look at whether it is in range form. And that give you both regular and irregular cash flow. Regular and irregular cash flow. Regular and irregular cash flow. We have those cash flow which are uniform and those cash flow that are not uniform. For example, this cash flow is not uniform because we don't have any other that is rhyming with it in that manner. It's standalone. So that will be irregular. 2 to 4, year 2 to 4, 2, 3, 4. This is the cash flow that we have for year this range. We have cash flow of 5,000 throughout. 5,000. Examiner amekuficha tu hapo, ameficha hapo ndani. Examiner ni mjanja sana. Now can you tell me, is this not regular cash flow? Is this not regular cash flow? Is it regular cash flow or not regular cash flow? I can see these cash flows are similar. It's only that here the examiner has hidden them. But year 2 is having cash flow of 5,000, year 3 the same, year 4 the same. That means we're dealing with what? Both regular and irregular cash flow in this question. Another thing that I would like you to note, if you want to get PVFA of infinity, PVFA of infinity, how do we get that? We have a very nice formula. Who can remind us the PVFA of infinity? I want to remind you 3 formulas which are very crucial when it comes to what? When it comes to time value of money. 3 formulas which are very crucial when it comes to time value of money. And those are the formula that we are going to use today. We have the discounting factor of PVF, of course, R in percentage, and then N into years. That will be given by what? Will be given by formula our PVF. Irregular cash flow are discounted using this factor known as PVF, present value interest factor. Who can remind us the formula? Hiyo formula ni muhimu kwangu. Who can remind me the formula? Very important for me. 1 plus R. You know that? 1 plus R. Raised to power negative N. When you want to discount what? To discount irregular cash flow. This is used when discounting what? Irregular cash flow. Asante. Then we go to the next one. When I want to discount regular cash flow, I use PVFA, R percent, N years. And the formula is itakuwa na hii mahali, but I have first of all to raise what? 1 plus R raised to power negative N. I divide with what? With R. That is when discounting regular cash flow. Class, hizi formula ni muhimu sana kwetu. The last one that is incorporated here, because this question encompasses all these formulas, is the PVFA R squared, R percentage into infinity forever. This formula is given by 1 over R. This is for infinite. When you want to discount cash flow, which will go to perpetuity, will remain forever, we use PVFA R percent, and then 1 over R is the formula. Now, up to this point, are we together? Do you understand the formulas for discounting several cash flow, several types of cash flow? Are we together? Are we together? For the new students, if you are joining us for the first time, communication is easy. Y stand for yes, if you agree with what Mwalimu is saying, N stand for no, if you don't agree with what Mwalimu is saying, so that at least we are able to do what? To assist each other. Now, up to this point, do you understand? Are we together when it comes to these formulas? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? I'd like to get a signal from you. Do you get that concept? Do you get those formulas? Do you get those formulas? Do you get those formulas? I wish I get confirmation from you. Getting confirmation from Wekesa. Wekesa, thank you so much. Faith Renovo, thank you so much. Yes. With that knowledge, we can now we are able, Hilda Asante, we're now able to solve this question. The question is, determine the total net present value. Determine the total net present value and advise. Or are you advising whether the project with this type of cash flow is viable or not? You advise whether the project with this type of cash flow is viable or not. Good. Where do we start? It's easy. Allow me to shift my initial outlay somewhere here. The initial outlay is at 100,000. Initial outlay is 100,000. Good. Now I'll just come here and say PVIF and PVIFA 12%. The cost of capital is 12%. With that, I'll start by getting what? I'll start by getting my PVIF and PVIFA, or my discounting what? Discounting factor in this question. For my year one, I don't have stress. In year one, am I dealing with regular cash flow or irregular? Somebody. Year one. Am I dealing with regular or irregular? Somebody is guiding me here. Year one. Tunaenda step by step. To your information, these are standalone year 1, year 7, year 8, year 9. Those years we shall be dealing with what? Irregular. And the formula to use to get our factor is 1 plus r raised to power negative n. And that is simple for me. I just come here and say 1 plus r point. R is 12%, which is 0.02. So it is 0.12 raised to power negative 1. Whatever that I get is the factor that I need. So for those people who are having a calculator or you're having a table with you, we can comfortably get our factor here. 1.12 raised to power negative 1. I'm getting 8929. 0.8929. 8929. That is good for me. Now I go to year 2 to 4. This one is a regular cash flow. It's a regular 2 to 4. Year 2 to 4. This is a regular cash flow. For a regular cash flow, you're going to use a discounting factor of what? The PVIFA, which is 1 minus 1.1 plus r raised to power negative n divided by r. In this case, we're going to look at what we have. So we shall look at PVIFA. How many years do we have here? 4 years. 4 years, r percent or 12%, minus PVIFA or PVIF, the one that already we have computed. PVIF what? 1 year, and 12%. So class, this is simple for us. Whatever that we are looking at here, when we get the difference between PV for 4 years, R%, and PV 1 year, 12%, we shall be getting the PV for between 2 years and 4 years. The PV for between 2 years and 4 years. And that is what we need. So in this case, if I want to get PV for 4 years, I'll just use my formula here. 1 minus 1.12 raised to the power negative 4 divided by 0.12. This one, I minus whatever that I have here. Of course, now I have 0.8929 because already I had computed that. Now, why can't I get this one? It will be, you just feed it in the in your calculator, minus 1.12 raised to the power negative 4, whatever that you get divided by 0.12. I'm getting 3.03, that are 73. So I'm getting 3.0373 minus 0.8929. Whatever that I get there is what I come and fill where? Here. Fill there. So I'm getting 3.0373 minus 0.8929. 2.1444. So for our 500 we have 2.1444. Good. Year 5 to 6. Allow me to eliminate this, or I can just use down here. Year 5 to 6. Nitapata PV for 6 years, 12%, minus PV for 4 years. PV for 4 years. 4 years, 12%. Already that one I have it. PV for 12 years, 4 years is this one. So why can't I get this one? Very simple for me. So PV for 6 years will be 1 minus 1.12 raised to the power negative 6 divided by 0.12. Whatever that I get there, I subtract PV for 4 years 12%, which is this one. 3.0373. Hii huwa inatatiza watu sana. Let's get the PV for there. It is 1 minus 1.12 raised to the power negative 6, and then what I get, I divide by 0.12. I'm getting 4.1114. 4.1114. Okay, 4.1114. Acha nitoe niweke kule mwisho. 4.1114 minus 3.0373. I'm getting 1.0741. 1.0741 is for this. 1.741. Somebody else atakuja afanye hivi, aseme ni PV for 6 years 12% minus PV this one plus this one, the two, and when you add them zitakupatia hii. So ni vizuri tu unajua as you proceed, unajua chenye unatumia, and that will be our PV. Then we come to our year 7. Year 7, I have no stress. That's a direct one. It will be 1.12 raised to the power negative 7. Hiyo ni direct, naweka hiyo ina maneno, takuwa 0.4523. Year 8 haina maneno pia, 1.12 raised to the power negative 8. Hii pia ina maneno 0.4039. What about the year 9? Haina maneno pia, 1.12 raised to the power negative 9. Hiyo pia haina maneno 0.3606. Now maneno huwa inaingia tukikuja hapa kwa the infinite. The infinite, kumbuka infinite, this fall under what? It fall under PV. We're going to use 1 over R, and then we subtract any other that was above there. Let's see. acha tuone here 10 to infinite. 10 to infinite. It will be easier for us before we get what? Before we get our NPV. So infinite, if I want to get PV for infinite, PV for maybe R percent to infinite is equal to 1 over R, which is equal to 1 over 12. In fact, 12 is 12%. 12% so is 0.12. So if I take 1 divided by 0.12, I'm getting 8.33333. Maybe to 4 decimal place, sawa. And then I check. I have to less all this. This is all. So I can add all this. I wish I had not wrapped whatever that I had there, but I can add all this because I'm going to subtract all this from that to get what? The PV for the infinite. For the infinite, it will be 0. I'm adding all this 0.8929 plus 2.1444. Oh, I have to put it correctly. 0.1444. 1.07 plus 1.0741. Haya, hiyo sawa. Then 0.4523. I add 4039. 0.4039. Great. And then I add that 606. Nikiongeza hivyo napata 5.3282. So I'll be having 8.3333 minus 5.3282. Well, that I get there is my result minus answer 3.000051. 3.0051. Now with that, I'm able to get my discounted cash flow. Remember, whatever that you get here is the discounted what? Cash flows. Discounted cash flow or the present value. So you have to pick the value times the PV far or the discounting factor. So the first one is 7,000. You just pick it direct now without stress Is there anyone from the evening session? Anyone from evening session here? Anyone from evening session at RCM? Anyone? Just type Y for yes. Ama bado. Evening session. Hakuna. All right. So all of us are new. So I think I need to give you the information that you need to have. Any ATD student? 8929. I'm getting 6250. 5,000 times 2.1444. 10,722. Any ATD student? Bado hatuna ATD student. Would have given you good news. And then we have 7,000. Just multiplying here. 1.0741. I'm getting 7519. That's very nice. Next one, I have 2,000. Hapa sasa ni kumultiply 2 times 0.4523, getting 905. That's very nice. Then I have this one. Okay. Have this one. 5,000 times 0.4039. 4039. So I have 20. Then 10,000. Of course, this one I can 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 3606. 12,000 times 3.0051. 36061. 36061. Great. Having gotten that, I'm almost done. Who can remind us what will be the next thing to do? the next thing to do, class, will be to find the summation of all these, the total present what? The total present value, or the total discounted what? Cash flow. And that is it, plus 36. So you have 36,061 plus 3606, 2020, 905, 7519, 10722 plus 6250. I'm getting 67,083. 67,083. Now, because we're working as a team, I would like you to confirm for me this figure. We're working as a team. As I remind you of our sessions, we usually have 2 sessions for financial management. Financial management and financial reporting. Hizi ziko na session mbili, two sessions. Asubuhi, this is Lenovo confirming for me. Asante. 2 sessions. So depending on your schedule, you can join any on the session. You have morning session and evening session. Sasa morning inaanza 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Then evening, of course, evening classes huwa zinaanza 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it depends with the timetable. Remember, each session take how many hours? 2 hours. Each session take 2 hours. Therefore, class yako ya evening inaweza anza 6 to 8 or 8 to 10. That's where the timetable, according to the timetable. But in the morning, it's 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. and that will be okay for the two units. The other units, you get them in the evening. Other units in the intermediate level, you get them in the evening. Unit like company law, management accounting. Which other unit? Auditing and assurance, PFT. You get them in the evening. So we don't have early morning for those other units. The only units that we have for the early morning and evening is this one. So you choose the session that suits your schedule. If you are available in the morning, you can choose the morning session. If you are available in the evening, you can as well choose what? The evening session. It depends with you. So if this is 67,083 as our total present value, and examiner wanted us to compute what? The net present value. How do we get net present value? It is given by present value minus initial outlay. Present value minus initial outlay. And now our present value is 67,083 minus 100,000, which was our initial outlay. So can somebody give me the net present value? Somebody give me the net present value here. Net present value here. NPV, and then we advise this investor whether to continue with this project or to decline. What is our net present value? Being given 32,917. 32, Renovo, Hilda giving us that, and then Odunga still giving us 32,917, which is a negative. 32,917. As a financial manager, as a financial analyst, how do you advise this investor intending to invest in a project with the following type of cash flow? How do you advise the investor? Do they accept the project, or should they reject the project? Or maybe, is the project viable or not viable? Is the project viable or not viable? Even Ray amepata the same, Lenovo amepata the same. Yes, that means if you get a negative NPV, it tells you that the project is not viable. Of course, if you undertake that project, at the end of it all, you're going to get what? To get losses. Therefore, you advise the investor not to undertake what? Such project with that type of cash flow. That type of cash flow. Because you can see the inflow. The inflow is whatever that we are putting in, and whatever that we are getting is less than what we are putting in. Is less than what we are putting in. And that is the end of that question. Have you learned something? This question is a disaster to many. It has been a disaster to many. I hope you have learned something this afternoon. Give me a signal whether you have learned. Thank you so much. Those who are in the evening group, I think there was a question that you were asking for year 6. Maureen, how did we arrive at a PVPA of 1.0741? Accounts anauliza swali nzuri. 1.0741. You have to first of all find the PVPA. You find PVPA 6 years. PVPA 6 years kwanza, and then you subtract the PVPA 4 years. Hiyo itakuwa rahisi. PVPA 6 years and then you subtract PVPA 4 years. Hiyo itakuwa utapata hii. Mwingine atatafuta PVPA 6 years and then a subtract summation of the two. Sababu PVPA 4 years ime include mpaka year 1. So tunataka tupate hiyo range ya 5 to 6. Are we together, accounts? Are we together? All right. So at any case, at any time, examiner give you such a question, please don't hesitate to do what? Don't hesitate to attempt. It is just as simple as that. I leave you with our contact. If you wish to contact or to talk to us, you can just call this number 719 525,000 or 07 93 555 000. You can enroll with us for any unit that you wish. Otherwise, that is marking the end of our today's session, unless there is a burning question. I've been your lecturer, Stephen. Is there any question? Before we wind it up?